Whoops. Hey everybody, how's it going? It is October the 20th, 2020. Does that make the date 2010-2020? Or is it 10-20-2020? I don't really know. It's one of the two. Anyways, this is the Imperial Remnant Broadcast. We're prodding around. This is the Imperial Remnant Podcast. No, it's not even the podcast. See, this is what happens. When I'm here alone, I don't have to worry about fucking up because nobody can see me other than you guys that are watching online right now. And I'm getting heads shaken at me, and yeah, I choked harder than the Green Bay Packers did right there. Anyway, those ladies and gentlemen, it's the Imperial Remnant Broadcast, our Star Wars show here on Fandom Empire, and joining me this evening is none other than the hosts of the Rogue Sons, a Star Wars podcast. First up, Kieran, how's it going, man?
Oh, not too bad. It's cool to be in studio, so I'm super psyched about that. And, yeah, I did a lot of Star Wars homework this week. So, I don't know, I overloaded myself with Star Wars stuff.
Now, is the reason for that because you could no longer cheat at the Death Watch since we can all visually see you in person now?
Entirely, yeah. No, it's true. I only won from cheating. But yeah, I got to raise my game now. No, I listened to the Dooku audiobook in like 2 days, which I really loved. And
multiple voice actors in that one, right?
Yeah, it's a full cast. It's amazing.
Nice. I got to check that one out.
It's awesome.
Has the I know we still need to intro everybody else, but have they dropped the certain point of view for Empire yet? Has that come out yet, or is that another month?
I think it's early November.
Early November. I got to get my hands on that one. I mean, half the stories in the first book were incredible, and then the other half were not so incredible. But give us a few good stories, and we're good. Also joining us this evening, you just heard him talk. It's Thaden. How's it going, dude?
It's true. It's me. I'm pretty good. Dying as usual, tired from school, but other than that, I like Star Wars. So.
Oh right, your vacation week's over, isn't it?
Yeah.
That had to suck.
Yeah, it does.
Now because we have one of the lights that we're using on Haddonfield the Vanished on in the studio to light it up a bit better, and Thaden almost looks like a Force ghost right now. So
good.
Interesting stuff. Also joining us this evening, he is the man who needs to look up to his left in order to see the camera tonight. It's Johnny V. What's happening, man?
See, that's just a beautiful example of planning when the groom is over here. See, and my camera is way up here. So if I'm looking at everybody else like I would, normally be doing when I'm trying to have a communication with you, you can only see my left side. Now, thankfully for the viewers at home, that is my good side.
If you say so.
I have to say so.
Might be a commentary on your breath.
Also joining us this evening is none other than, Tommy B. How's it going?
Wow. I feel the enthusiasm and the love in that.
There is none.
I'm so happy I chose to join into this wonderful show this evening.
I know we've done this before.
On which I cannot see anybody, I might add.
Oh, right. Right.
Well, I can see you, Tommy.
I can't.
I'm happy you can see me.
All right. Is that better? Do you feel loved now?
I feel a little.
Wall wave. I'll give you the British wave.
That's the Queen wave, not the British wave.
The Queen wave.
If you're going to wave at the man, at least do it appropriately.
Even though we've done this before where there's a bunch of us in studio here and Tommy's elsewhere, there's something a little different about tonight. I don't know what it is precisely. Just the four of us are right here. I can just sort of look at everybody, and Tommy's down in Orange Man land.
Exiled from the land of the maple leaf, even a little longer as of today, I might add. Not really exiled because I'm not really from there.
I was going to say, you weren't here, so how can you be exiled from somewhere in which, in fact, you've never been?
I put him on the
wrong
list.
Wrong word.
It makes Kieran's list. Wow. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump into our first segment of this evening, and that is the news.
The attempt on my life has left me scarred and deformed. But I assure you, my resolve has never been stronger. In order to ensure the security and continuing stability, the Republic will be reorganized into the first galactic empire for a safe and secure society.
Alrighty.
I think that soundbite's long enough. What about you?
See, that it is.
Longer.
But see, the thing that's confusing me is I thought we weren't going to go into real world politics. I mean, wasn't that an address from POTUS?
Wow.
Yes.
No comment. So what happened actually on that one is the end where he's going on about a safe and secure society. It's actually my favorite Palpatine line.
I'm sure that was the last State of the Union address.
I was trying to export the cut version of the clip earlier, and it would not export. I have no idea why. Everything else exported, but that one clip did not. Anyways, that was maybe just as big a choke job as that supposed trailer yesterday. And speaking of said trailer,
we're not there yet.
Well, we're there now because yesterday during Monday Night Football, we got what was originally advertised as a trailer and then a sneak peek and then a special look because the marketing campaign couldn't make up what they were doing with it. We got a look at The Mandalorian Season 2 once again. And since the Rogue Sons guys are typically more positive than the old Star Wars Wastelands guys,
I'm offended.
let's head on over and see what Kieran has to say. What were your thoughts on not only what we got to see, but maybe what isn't the greatest marketing campaign going on right now?
I mean, it was effective to me, so I got pumped up for it. But I mean, we're only 10 days away, so I mean, I really don't think they need to give us any more. I like that we kind of got a little bit better context on some of the scenes. Obviously, the chase through the canyon, we saw a little bit more of them together. And I think the number one theme that we can take away from this that we maybe didn't know is that it looks like the team of three, Greef and Cara Dune and Din are going to all be together for like a good amount of time, because he comes and he tells them, you know, like, oh, I have this mission, and then they're like, cool, we're in, like, team up. I'm sure there's a cool montage there where they pump weights and stuff like that, but and Cara can probably outlift both of them. But like we get to see that they're probably going to be a team for a while, and they're going to do the mission together, and you see them. Well, you don't see Mando in the I don't know what that ship's called, but it looks like the same transport from Rebels. It's that, I don't know. It looks like a troop carrier that they have on Rebels as well. But anyways, you see Greef and Cara, and then you see Din dive into the canyon with his jetpack, and you see speeder bikes are going to come there, and
the cow jumped over the moon.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be awesome. So, I don't know. It was cool to me, and I'm just, I don't know. I guess I'm just as excited as I was before, which is pretty high level. I love the show, so.
I mean, I have no doubt that season 2 is going to be awesome. I mean, I think the show is great. I do have some questions about some earlier reports we went over a few episodes ago that I'm going to bring back up. But, you know, the thing that killed me was there was no need to hype this for Monday Night Football. It was a 1-minute clip, which 75% of it was extended scenes of what we had already seen. You don't need to hype that for Monday Night Football. You drop that on the internet or something. It was a little misleading, which isn't the first time they've done something like this. It didn't follow the same formula as season 1 either. That's not how season 1 went down, but
it's you're crossing fans here though. Like you're getting fans who may have heard of it from their friends and they watch football, and they're like, people keep telling them like, oh, you should watch this Mandalorian show, and they're like, oh my God, like this guy won't shut up. And then you see a commercial for it while you're watching football, and maybe you tune in. So maybe you haven't seen the other trailer. And then likewise, you got people who are like, oh, I heard the trailer's on, like I'm going to go watch this football game, I guess. And who knows, maybe you get some football fans out of that. Probably not, but you know,
I'm
crossing
just
together
say,
two fandoms.
as a non-sports fan, there's no trailer that can make me go watch a football game that I wasn't going to watch normally. I will watch 1 or 2 football games a year, but there is no trailer that's going to make me go watch some football game I don't give 2 shits about.
Yeah, I think that's the less important one. Like, you're more likely to get people to be like, oh, I've heard of this show, who watch football, and then go get Disney Plus or.
Thaden, what do you think, man?
I think it was kind of weird, obviously, because it was short and it was like a lot of just more of scenes we had already seen. But I liked that because I like to not watch trailers and stuff. So seeing stuff we already saw was like, oh, cool. I know as little as I did before. Plus, I got a little more excited because it looks cool. And so, like, I don't know. I didn't think it was terrible. Like, I liked I forget what they keep calling it. I liked that trailer, whatever, itself. But I also think it was kind of a weird move to be, like, pushing it, like, hey, you know, like, go watch this trailer. It'll be on football, whatever. It should have just shown up, I think. Like, it should have just been there. They shouldn't have said, hey, like, book the time to go watch it or whatever, even though it's only a minute. So, yeah, I think they handled it weird, but I think it itself is fine.
I guess I'm pretty much right where you are then. It's not that I didn't like what I saw.
Yeah.
I just think their marketing department is dog shit. And they still don't know what they're doing, which is just remarkable when you think about it.
It might just be because they don't need to market it that much.
That too. I mean, I do think there's something to that. Johnny, what were your thoughts? I mean, I think you summed it up in the chat pretty good last night. You actually had posted that before I had seen it. So I was like, oh, all right. Well, I guess I can temper my expectations a little bit.
I saw that first too, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry I ruined your expectations, but they ruined mine. It was the definition of anticlimactic. It was a shitty trailer amidst a shitty football game. I mean, that's the sad part is that, I stayed awake to watch that football game because it's Monday Night Football. It's gonna be good. It's a doubleheader. Got a great game to start with two great teams, and then two not so great teams. So that was a problem to start with. One's okay. One's very hurt, and it was a crappy game. And then you get this trailer and you get all excited and it's like, all right, next commercial break, it's halftime. They aired it up, they pumped it up during the second quarter a fair bit, actually watching the game. It's doing the halftime for the Mandalorian sneak peek. In fact, during that, they called it sneak peek, trailer, and a special look. During the game, they called it all three different things. So they, nobody knew what was going on. And you get Mike Tirico, after the break, the Mandalorian. It's like, yes, this is good. I'm half asleep. I'm falling asleep. I'm getting tired. Crappy football game's wearing me out. And then I watched the trailer, and it's like, yeah, this isn't new. What's the new stuff? So I'm thinking like they're going to air the first trailer, and then they're going to air the new trailer, right? And do some little 2-minute thing. And it's like, wait, that wasn't in the old trailer. That's, what? Huh? And you watch it, It's like, okay, well, that was new. That was also new, and well, that was kind of new. It's a different angle of what we already saw, but what the hell? What the hell? This was garbage. And I was not pleased with that because they'd been airing the, you guys have all seen it. It's the one that came out, the week before. That was the Disney Plus trailer, right? Like not the Mandalorian trailer, but the Disney Plus one that's got all the different Disney Plus things with like Mandalorian, WandaVision, and Hamilton, and all the other stuff's on Disney Plus. And I think like 80% of that was this trailer. So I've been seeing this Disney Plus trailer all night, and then this sneak peek special look at the Mandalorian is pretty much the same commercial I've been watching like every ad break of the entire football game. What the fuck? Somebody was asleep at the wheel here. Like it's like they planned this big trailer reveal for Monday Night Football and then realized, oh, crap, we put it out 2 weeks ago. We gotta do something new now. What are we gonna do? All right, let's give them the same trailer, but add in like 10 seconds of new footage. Nobody's gonna notice. Of course, they don't know their own fan base because everybody's gonna notice. I think I've said enough now. I've spent more time talking about this. This has been a thing I've said a lot this week. I've spent more time talking about this trailer than they did planning that trailer. So, Tommy, you're next.
So I can't speak to the football game because I didn't watch it and I don't know who played in it.
It was Dallas and Arizona.
Wow, that sounds interesting.
One team won by 20 home runs.
That's as exciting as the game actually was.
Dallas is.
I really don't care about the trailer because the trailer was mostly, as has been said, was what it was as an overall product. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's definitely not something to get hyped over. I mean, I'm not promising I would have liked the football game better because it is me.
You wouldn't.
I know the news talks about the football games and the World Series coming up and all that.
That's two different
but
sports.
The news this morning certainly didn't talk about the trailers, so it's nothing groundbreaking. I'm eagerly looking forward to season 2. I'm excited for it, but that trailer just didn't do it for me.
Can we stop calling that
it was
trailer?
cool. It was cool for what it was, but what it wasn't what we were waiting for.
Okay, so on this channel, you've heard me refer to the Gold Star Brigade, the part of Star Wars fandom that sometimes can be toxic in their own way by liking or loving everything that has the Star Wars name branded to it. I'm not referring to the two people on the other side of the screen either, by the way.
They are card-carrying members of the Gold Star Squadron.
But when those individuals come out publicly and say, yeah, you know what? Why was this marketed for Monday Night Football? Like, what were they thinking? You know there's a problem when those people are like, ugh, what happened? And I want to bring up something that we covered a few weeks ago. So there was a report out there that I wasn't sure I bought that there was issues on Mandalorian Season 2. And, you can buy into them, you can't buy into them. Remember, the same thing happened with Solo. Nobody bought it, and then all of a sudden, oh, right, Lord and Miller get fired. It's like, okay, maybe we should have bought it. And, there seems to be this speculation that there's going to be this massive narrative shift midway through this season that was not planned, and you're going to almost feel like the show is considerably different in... This is killing
Who's on
me.
first?
Right? I don't have the ball. You have the ball. That there's this massive narrative shift in Season 2, and not because it was planned, but because there was more behind-the-scenes issues. Now, whether anybody wants to admit it or not, and Thaden, I get what you're saying, how you don't watch some trailers because you don't want to be spoiled, and the reason for that is, guess what? 99.9% of trailers show way the fuck too much. That's just the way it is today. So the only time that they typically don't show much nowadays, factually speaking, when it comes to movies and TV series, is if something has gone wrong and they're trying to keep a tight lid on it or keep tight-lipped about it. And I can't help but wonder, I'm hoping not, but if maybe some of the issues that have been reported about the behind-the-scenes stuff are in fact true. Do any of you guys have any level of concern for that now after we've seen almost nothing? I'm going to let the Rogue Sons guys go first.
I don't have any, I'm not going to worry about something until it happens, but that does make sense. And it was funny. I was just going to say, I hope for your guys' sakes that everything we saw in the trailer happens in the first episode. So you can be like, they didn't show us anything. But yeah, if you think of that and that does happen in the first couple episodes, you'll be like, what are they hiding from us? But yeah, I don't know. I don't worry about, I know that it was from a reputable source, or a source that's been right about lots of stuff. But I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it till it happens. And you know what? Also, if it is a bunch of problems and and we don't see Din for the last couple episodes and have to change because we stormed off set or any sort of thing like that, then whatever, I'll see what happens and see if I like it. It's not if I found out that that's definitely true, then I'm not going to be like, well, this show's going to be crap. Then I'll just wait and see and hope it's good. And hope that Darth Maul doesn't show up.
He was actually in the background.
Did you see the android legs?
Yeah. He has an android legs and an android body now. He's just a robot.
Obi-Wan didn't actually kill me. He gave me CPR.
Oh my God. Is he IG-11?
Well, then he's dead too.
He's Maul. You can't really kill him.
I think I'm kind of in a similar boat. If there were problems, I'd probably just wait and see how the show is. But I don't think there were, because even if it was a reputable source that reported that stuff, it wasn't a whole bunch of sources. I didn't see anything about it on IGN and stuff, and they would have reported on that if they thought it was real. So yeah, but I mean, it could have happened. I don't think it would be as bad as it was made to sound, but something could have happened. There could have been disagreements on set and stuff, but I don't know. I there's pretty much always rumors, I feel about that kind of thing. So I'll wait until we see the season, and if we feel like that's what happened, or if we hear more about it, then yeah, okay, maybe there were. But if not, then okay, maybe there weren't. And either way, I hope it's a good season. I think it will be.
I'm not worried about it. I was really worried about it from the jump because it. Stop primping Michael. It's distracting.
He was looking at Thaden. How did that happen? He wasn't.
I was actually looking at Michael while Tommy was speaking.
There it is, Tommy. Your representation in studio is now Michael Myers' head.
I was speaking. That's a pretty badass representation.
It's just the head on top of some sort of bottle.
I didn't say anything yet, but my thoughts for the whole issue are, I can't help but think behind the scenes things are a shit show. Maybe not as cataclysmic as everyone thinks they are, but it's that time. I don't know if it's that time of the month, that time of the quarter. It's definitely not a yearly thing, but I'm starting to see, and let's not make this the point of the show. We can do this another time. The Kathleen Kennedy FFFF memes floating around again. I'm seeing Jon Favreau's going for Kathleen Kennedy's job. I'm seeing all that floating around again.
I don't think this is a Kathleen. Just so we're clear, this is not me beating the Kathleen Kennedy needs to be replaced horn again. I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen soon. But I think it's one disgruntled person by the sounds of it. And if they had to change things for a couple episodes, then maybe they changed things, or maybe they didn't because, well, they don't need him in the suit. He could have recorded
Would
his
you
lines
go
later.
so far as to say, though, that the Mandalorian doesn't hinge on the higher-ups, that they run a tight ship?
No, as far as I know, Jon Favreau is in complete control of creative of the Mandalorian. That's his shtick, and Kathleen Kennedy sort of she's not overseeing the Mandalorian on the same level that she was overseeing the last 5 movies, and they made that really clear in their behind-the-scenes thing.
Well, then maybe it's got nothing to do with it. Like I said, I'm just starting
Tommy
to
hates
see
Kathleen
the
Kennedy.
floating around that again.
Tommy hates Kathleen Kennedy is what you're saying. You're just trying to get her fired. You sick son of a bitch.
I got nothing, On one hand, we've had lots of content. On the other hand, so much of it has ripped the fan base apart, and that takes a lot because the fan base was a total fucking shit show to begin with. So,
well, I mean, I think that season 2 is going to be really, really good, and I wouldn't be surprised if season 2 ends on a cliffhanger. I don't really think season 1 did. I know Gideon gets out, Black Saber, but at the end of the day, I don't think it was a cliffhanger. I think you're going to get
I think they could have cut that, and it would have wrapped itself up if they knew they weren't going to get renewed.
So now you hate the Black Saber.
No.
What is wrong with you?
Quit trying to pass
Frankly,
the
I wish it was
hating
in
mantle.
Sabine's hands, but
well, I think
no, I'm just making the point that as far as season 1 wrapping up, I think if they cut out that little part there with Moff Gideon and the saber and just let him die.
What? Why does he have to die? Now you're hating Moff Gideon.
I think what Tommy's trying to say is if season 1 was a self-contained story, killing him at the end.
That's exactly
makes
what I'm
sense.
saying. But his ass is covering his fucking ears, and he's not fucking listening.
I mean, my hat is in fact covering my ears. So,
but I think even in a self-contained story,
season 1 could have ended.
I understand
if they didn't include that.
I'm not disagreeing with you on spec.
He's disagreeing.
I am, however, disagreeing that Gideon being alive still makes a better ending, even in a self-contained story.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is Star Wars, where the universe is important. And at the end of the day, there's really... I'm going to put this to the panel for a second. Name a character in Star Wars who does not affect the universe past their death. Any character of substance. That's an important issue. So,
come on, man.
The random characters who got blown up on the Death Star don't count.
Grievous, that'd probably be it. I mean,
Bail Organa.
Grievous.
Oh wait, no, kind of.
Greedo.
Grievous. Yeah.
We didn't see Greedo. Oh yes, we did.
Things kind of would have been different if he didn't die.
But I mean, is Greedo really a character of substance?
No, he's not.
Didn't affect things.
He's
So
not.
I think with your saying of Grievous,
people
I think
made
that
him
makes
a character
sense.
of substance, though.
I think George Lucas made him a character of substance by changing who shot
Salacious
first.
Fucking crumb.
Now that is a cult icon that has outlived
Regular
everything.
And a terrific Death Watch question.
I mean, I think Sage is right saying that Grievous is really the only character of substance whose character doesn't affect the universe beyond their death.
That's fair.
Newt Gunray.
What about Dooku? What would you
A
say
lot
about
of the Separatists.
Dooku has too many connections. Dooku down to Qui-Gon, down to Obi-Wan, down to Luke, in one way or another.
And then if we switch to the other side,
Okay, what about all? I didn't catch who just said it. What about all the Separatists? What about Newt
again,
Gunray?
Okay, you know what, Tommy?
Stop arguing with the moderator, Tommy.
All right, let's keep
He
this.
gets it from his leader.
Let's keep the ball running here, or rolling. The ball rolling, and we're gonna jump to our light speed countdown for this week, which is in fact the top 5 female Star Wars characters. That one was a quick cut.
It was.
All right, so we're going to go around the clock here, starting with myself. I'll give my 5, 4, 3. The rest of you guys will give your 5, 4, 3. And so it'll go me, Johnny, Thaden. No, sorry, me, Johnny, Tommy, Kieran, Thaden.
It's not clockwise in the room,
Correct.
but on the
On
screen.
the screen, yeah. So me, Johnny, Tommy, Kieran, Thaden. All right. My number. Couldn't find my phone.
Literally right in front of you.
All right. So my number 5 is Leia Organa.
Get out.
No, she's 5.
Get out.
Hey, she paved the way for everybody
I'm going to
else.
eject you from your own home.
But yeah, Leia's 5 for me. 4 is Mitra Surik. If you take the story of Knights of the Old Republic 2 and everything that happened before Knights of the Old Republic 2 and everything that happens in the Revan novel, I think she has such a compelling story. And, they're always persistent on we need to create content with a lead female character. Why not go back and tell her story on the big screen? Yeah, you could do Revan, but Mitra's story is equally, maybe not quite as good as Revan, but pretty close to it. So Mitra's number 4 for me, and number 3 for me is Padme. That's right. I like Padme more than I like Leia. Sue me.
Johnny is upset.
I'm just going to set my mic down and walk out. That's just... I don't...
You're going to love mine.
Hey, Frankie, what's happening, man?
Okay. I just...
Johnny's about to have a blowout.
I'm thinking it's an aneurysm. I can feel my
Why not
temple
both?
throbbing.
Are you sure? You're going to shit your pants. Jensen's got some diapers upstairs I can go grab.
Let's start with the fact that I don't think there's any universe where any of your less than a year-old son's diapers are gonna fit me. Okay, that's not happening. I mean, it might fit my left foot, but that's okay.
Debatable.
Well, that's the only thing it might fit. Okay, I object to your list on spec. It's wrong. It's an opinion list, and it's wrong. Just wrong.
And your 5, 4, 3 is?
Better than yours. Okay. All right, my number 5 is Sabine. Yep. There's a Rebels character on my list. It's just, I enjoyed her. I liked her.
So much better when you can do it and see your reactions from a foot or two away.
I'm just
In real
debating-
time.
In real time. Nothing's delayed. By the way, Frank says you're always blowing up.
Well, okay, he's probably not wrong, but I can't help it. One of you idiots says something every week that makes me blow up.
It's going to be 2 of us.
I need blood pressure medication just to be on this show every week. Okay, my number 4 is Bastila. She's a character who's affects the overarching canon in that time period, for my money, in a much bigger way than Mitra Surik. But to each their own. Number 3, Mara Jade. There's just so much meat on that character, from her debut to her death. That just
Wow. The meat part, not the death part. That's just gross.
Tommy's next, right? Go ahead.
Okie dokie. Well, if Sean didn't like your list, he's not going to like mine at all. I'm going to say very, very, very quickly, if I may, because I had a hard time doing this. Honorable mentions, Padme, because she gets sidelined too much.
You don't get honorable mentions.
She would be on this list.
There's no honorable mentions. There's no honorable mentions in lists
There can be.
on this show.
This was hard because Tommy also hates
Can I
females.
continue with my list?
Go ahead. Tom.
Yes.
Okay. Number 5, Bastila. Number 4, Mitra Surik.
Nice.
Number 3, Sabine Wren.
Mitra over Bastila, though? I mean, I have her
Yes.
over. Bastila's not on my
No
list.
hesitation whatsoever.
And is that because you like
Mitra's
the
awesome.
story, whether it's Knights of the Old Republic 2 or the prequel we hear about during 2 or what happens afterwards?
I think they do a better job developing Mitra Surik than they do Bastila. Part of that may be the development of a primary character versus a supporting character, but that's a decision I had no issue, piecing together.
Interesting.
I like it.
Interesting. Kieran, you're on the mic, man.
Oh my god, flip. Come
Stop being blind.
on. I'm always trying to be animated for the camera. Like, we're on TV. We got to be like...
I'm on TV.
I'm sure
At my
somebody's
house.
watching this on television.
Yeah, YouTube's on TV.
Jade is right now. I guarantee you she's watching on the TV.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm entertaining the children upstairs.
Go to bed.
My number 5 is Hera. I think I spoke on our pod how you get all the emotional scenes through her a lot of the time. All the like triumphant victories and all the like crushing defeats always are kind of shown through her eyes, and I think that really, I don't know, makes me cheer for her, makes me relate to her. So I think she's a terrific character. My number 4 is Barra Sophie. Definitely not on anyone else's list. She's just a character I really, really like. I enjoy the character, and I was actually crushed when the her big turn comes, and but I like how they did the story. So I mean, it didn't bother me, but yeah, like I really enjoy the character. So I don't know, I'll fit her in there. And my number 3 is Bastila. I didn't put Mitra Surik on this list because I haven't played that game in a long time. So I feel like, I don't know. I like she might have made the list because I remember really liking that game, but I also don't remember that game so well. I really want to just give a shout out to like the voice acting for Bastila, which is awesome. She really plays her character well. She's kind of snobby, but like in a way where, she's probably been hanging out with a lot of Jedi who are like kind of boring and, don't show their emotions. And so she seems like a little bit socially inept, or I don't know. But anyways, I thought the voice actress did a very good job with that in a game where there are lots of terrible and lots of good voice acting. So yeah, it's my 5, 4, 3.
Thaden.
Alrighty, so
I'm curious what you have here. You said Johnny was not going to like yours either, so I'm jumping at the bit for this one.
Honorable mention to Leia and Padme.
No.
So yeah, and you said no one else would have this. Barra Sophie is my number 5. Yeah, she's super cool. I like her every time she shows up, including when she's evil. And I like that she turns evil because she sees what's wrong with the Jedi, or like, well, yeah, no, she turns evil. But yeah, so she's cool. My number 4 is Rey. I like those movies. Yeah, exactly. I like those movies lots, and I like how Rey develops throughout them. Yeah, I think she's a cool character. My number 3 is Ahsoka. I think everybody knows her. She's pretty fucking badass in a lot of Clone Wars, which is awesome, and she's just a really cool and very well-developed character. So
Since we're doing honorable mentions, which I didn't know we were doing, Ahsoka would be mine.
Yeah, there are no honorable mentions.
There can be.
Okay, like Tom Hanks says, there's no crying in baseball. There's no honorable mentions on lists on this podcast.
I suspect
There
Tom
were 2 or
Hanks
3.
doesn't know a damn thing about baseball, but we'll see.
Well, he clearly does.
All right, my
Honorable mention, Cara Dune.
I'm gonna start bringing like a spray bottle, like you would for a cat. And every time one of you idiots says something stupid, you get a spritz. I'll be out of water. Had
gonna
5
be a
minutes
lot.
into the show.
It's a lot of expensive equipment you might have to pay for.
No, I'm good with the aim.
Number. We got a super chat in here. First one of the show. Frank Riker says, "Can I ask something?" Well, yes. When you send in a super chat, you can ask anything. You can ask what kind of underwear Johnny's wearing right now, and
None.
and
Oh my! Oh, that shit! just
Enjoy
got
the
fucking
visual.
awkward.
getting
You guys can't see it, but he's not wearing pants either. It's really unpleasant.
getting a flashback of the Seinfeld episode where Kramer's like, "I'm free, baby, and loving every minute of it." All right, Frank says, "What Jedi and Sith is the perfect balance with the Force, who respects both sides?" To me, that's obvious. It's a Revan. I don't think there's another one that comes close to being equally strong in both sides. And some might argue Rey with what she did in Rise, but
I don't.
Somewhat.
I don't think there is anyone because I don't think any character can be truly in balance at any given time. You're either doing good or you're doing evil. I don't think there's any true gray, which is kind of the question, right? Like you're balancing good and evil, and nobody really does that. Like even Revan, when he's good, he's good. He might use really.
I read the Revan book recently, and there's a lot of that, but I don't know
going
why
on
he's
over there?
laughing so much.
I'm not entirely sure exactly.
What happened in the chat?
I think maybe he's thinking of like a Doris Day quote. You know, when I'm good, and when I'm bad, I'm better. I think that's what he's thinking of.
oh my God. Jade said, we need to burn that chair ASAP.
So back
Hey,
to
it was
Greys.
good.
Greys are weird because in the old canon, I do believe Grey Jedi was officially a thing.
It was.
Jolie Bindo was sometimes called a Grey Jedi, but he wasn't really. He erred to the light side. If we want to think of, I gotta remember the novels past JKA, but if anyone else has read them, maybe they can confirm that Jaden Core aired Grey Jedi. Maybe?
No. Jaden Core's not a Grey Jedi.
No, I wouldn't say he is.
Revan's the closest thing to that in my opinion. But
I
anyway.
read the first novel that was about Jaden Core, but I own a second, but I never finished it. So,
anyone else have anything they want to chime in on Frank's question here before we finish this up quickly?
I mean, I wouldn't say in perfect balance, but you should listen to the Dooku audio book.
He'd be another
Odd
one.
segue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say,
He's closer than you think.
yeah, it's true. I'm gonna say Terra Sinube. He's an old man. He used the white lightsaber. He's great. That's it.
Alrighty. Well, Frank, hopefully that answer justifies the super chat, sir. Thanks for supporting the channel like that. Also,
Whose
by the
turn
way,
was it?
don't
I need to
I'm up.
cut this off real quick.
Oh, God.
I need to.
Oh dear.
Star Wars Legacy Comics. Yes. There's a lot of that in there. There's a lot of it.
We just cut that
Imperial
off for
Knights.
Star Wars Legacy Comics. And first of all, the
Cade
Imperial...
Skywalker.
Time out. The Imperial Knights were not gray. The Imperial Knights were made because Jaina Solo and company didn't believe in the way of the Jedi Order anymore.
I just got a vibe from that, like
Weren't we
weren't
supposed to be getting
Jedi,
back on
they
topic?
weren't
The
Sith,
top two
they were
ladies in
they
Star
were
Wars.
they were more of a military unit than anything else.
stop arguing with the moderator.
Aren't we
Let's get back
supposed to be on topic again?
All right, here we go. Number 2 and number 1 for me.
you go.
Speaking of the after mentioned lady herself, number 2 for me is Mara Jade Skywalker, and number 1 for me is Jaina Solo. Both incredible characters. Love them to death.
Your top 2 is acceptable. Everything else is not.
All right. Well, what do you got at 2 and 1?
All right, my number 2 is Jaina. And my number 1 is Leia because, duh.
It helps when you speak into the microphone.
Well, yes, it does, but I don't think a duh needs to be heard by the entire audience to understand that's what I'm saying. So, duh.
It's true.
Tommy?
Tommy.
My number 2 is Ahsoka Tano, and my number 1 is. Nah, I can't even say it with a straight face. I can't say right. My number 1 is Leia.
I thought about throwing a Mission Veo in there just to see if Sage would pop.
Oh, that'd be pretty freaking great.
Would have been.
I would deactivate his cam.
I can't wait to share my casting with you, but we'll get to that later.
Kieran, what do you got at
2 and 1?
2 and 1?
You tell me you don't have it memorized? You got to go back to your phone for your 2 and your 1? That's
okay.
sad.
Well, just do everything your way.
Good. I'm glad you're learning.
I'm just trying to.
That's the way he dreams it'll be. It never will.
So my number 2 is Leia, and my number 1 is Rey Skywalker.
It's real. He told me about this.
It's not a joke.
What?
See you guys
You look
next
so
week.
distraught.
What?
I'll see you guys next week.
What?
Rey Skywalker.
He's just turning his back.
See you guys
All right.
next week.
Well, Thaden, what do you got?
My top 2 are both Rey Scott. No. So I have number 2 is Harrison Dula. She's pretty badass. I like her a lot, and she's a pilot and an alien, and she's green, and I like all of those things a lot. They make me like various characters, such as many lizards in comic books, like the Lizard and Killer Croc. So yeah, she's got all that stuff going for her. And then my number 1 is Dr. Aphra. Yeah, I don't know. The number 1 is Dr. Aphra.
You're being serious about this?
Yeah, no, she's awesome. She's hilarious. Those comics are like my favorite reading in Star Wars. I think they're like ridiculous and over the top and insane, and they're always about crazy heists and stuff. It's great. I enjoy it quite a lot. So yeah,
I'm pretty sure she's going to end up with her own animated series. At least that's the rumor that's out there.
You lost
That'd
me
be
with
great.
the checklist green.
Wait, no. Non-human
All right, well,
and pilot.
That is going to do it for our light speed countdown, which was anything but light speed. That was the Falcon in Empire, where it's just, it's not my fault. Anyways, on to the council segment for this evening, which we're doing a Knights of the Old Republic casting call, and we'll get into how we're doing that in just a second. But first up, the council. If my thing works. All right, so on the council this week, we're doing a casting call for Knights of the Old Republic. We are casting several of the characters from the first game, but not only is this a casting call, what happened to my list? There we go. Everybody also had to come up with where their first movie would start and end, where their second movie, so you had to break Knights of the Old Republic into a trilogy. So you had to tell us where the first movie starts and ends, where the second movie starts and ends, and what happens with the third movie. And then we're going to vote on who had the best package. That's why, right, I said package. And you can't vote for your own package. You can't be biased towards your own package. You have to give consideration to
Stop saying the word package.
Other people's package.
I am not voting on your packages, okay?
So the way this is going to go is we're going to go through our casting call first, and we're going to go through a character at a time. Okay, so when it comes to the big three, Bastila, Malik, and Revan, maybe even Karth and Canderous too, you can dive a little bit into it. But other than that, just give very brief reasons why you picked each person. So we'll go around the round table again. I'll start, then Johnny, then Tommy, then Kieran, then Thaden. So first up, let's go with Davik Kang and Saul Kareth. For me,
You are just jumping all over this list.
did you not do it in the order that I had it? Oh,
Well,
alright.
yeah, I did it in the actual order, so I
I'm
had
reading
the
from
three.
bottom up. So,
Well, yeah,
One-
but the 3 Jedi Masters were at the bottom.
oh, I got rid of them.
Thanks for sending us an updated
I
list.
thought I did. Maybe I just-
actually casted them.
Maybe. Well,
I did too.
oh, okay. Well, I'll I didn't cast them. Sorry, I thought we agreed that we weren't doing that. But
Well, apparently not.
Davik Kang is Sean Bean for me. Because, I mean, Davik Kang dies, and why not Sean Bean? And Saul Kareth for me, which is perfect, another Game of Thrones alum. Aidan Gillen would make a fantastic Saul Kareth. I thought you would appreciate that one.
I think he's a little too young to be Saul for me personally, but
Really?
I do.
Interesting.
I do.
Johnny, what do you got?
Well, I'll start with the 3 Jedi Masters because I actually casted them like I was supposed to because they were on the list that you sent us.
Okay, don't give us reasons. Though. Just
Well, I wasn't
rip them
going
quick.
to. Master Dorak is Danny Glover. Master Vandar is Frank Oz because, duh. And Master of Rook is Patrick Stewart. Okay, Davik Kang and Saul Kareth. I changed Saul from when I wrote it down. So, Davik Kang is Robert De Niro.
I can't do that. You're already not getting my vote on this.
Look at pictures of the two, and it doesn't look that far off.
Is that what we're
For
doing
what-
this by?
No,
What
not,
they
not,
look
not
like?
inherently, but I mean, he's Robert De Niro. Do I have to argue the guy's resume? And Saul Kareth, I changed this one because I thought shits and giggles, and I cast Raphael Sparge, who was the voice of Karth, because I thought that'd be fucking hilarious. But I changed it while we were outside because somebody reminded me of somebody. So Saul Kareth is now Jeff Goldblum.
All righty. I could see that in a way. Tommy, what do you got?
Davik Kang, James Spader,
Nice.
Saul Kareth, Daniel Craig.
I got to veto that one. I don't know if
There's no vetoing. You can't veto.
I
but
just did. Kath Kennedy, I'm vetoing your your casting choice. Kieran, who do you got?
I didn't cast either of those guys because I didn't think we were doing it this way. I thought we were just going to go through our cast, and I did.
From the top also.
Yeah, mine's not in order either. I just casted 10 people. So
Oh, so you didn't actually give
Reading it
them
from the bottom up.
like you didn't cast specific people to characters?
no, I did. I just didn't cast those.
he didn't
ones.
cast the entire
I did,
crew.
I did 10
Oh.
of them instead of the 17 that we had.
I think we had 13, but yeah.
Well, how
After
many-
Well, you're
the
taking
Jedi
zeros
removes
on these characters then.
yeah, they're not in my story. They
All right.
sucked.
Okay. So, Thaden, did you do this too? No.
So I don't think I could have come up with enough actors. So mine has some made up ones. A lot of them.
Are we going to
I
be playing
can't
real or
believe
fake with
I
your list?
ripped out my hair over this.
Right.
Just to have Sean
I
take
spent
his
an
shit
hour
all
doing this.
over
I
it.
just accepted
And
that
for
I'm
half
going to lose.
the other people on this
Oh,
fucking show
win.
not to do it.
All right.
Maybe you
I
guys
have
just
some
tell
real
us,
ones in
maybe you
there.
guys just tell us which characters you actually casted when we come to them, so we can kind of skip.
Yeah,
over you when you have
we're
it.
gonna actually divert here. We're gonna go a different direction with this, and just read our whole list.
Or we
then.
just go through it if they don't
I'm
have a
good with that.
character. They
That's
just
what I thought we were doing.
Let's just
so.
read the whole list. It'll go a little bit quicker,
Oh,
anyways.
okay, I guess.
Johnny, who do you got for the rest of your cast?
All right, well, I'm going to go bottom up because I think that's more appropriate. Callow Nord is Nathan Fillion because I think that'd be awesome. Big Z, Jonas Suotomo. Cause
Same. Yeah.
Why not?
Give Jonas some work.
Mission is Karen Gillan because, well, I love her and I felt it would piss you off in a weird way. Juhani is Sarah Paulson. Jolie Bindo, Sterling K. Brown. HK47, Nolan North. I think he'd do an awesome job with that voice. Candaris, I went a different direction because traditionally it's always Ron Perlman because it's Ron Perlman. But I went a different route. It's Charlie Hunnam. My Karth is Paul Rudd. Bastila is Emily Blunt. Malik is Mark Strong.
Ugh.
Really?
You so Googled that.
I did not.
It's like literally the most popular. Everyone. Oh, hey, Mark Strong plays bad guys and is bald.
I'd like to remind
you,
we've done this list like 4 times over the 5 years we've done the show. My Revan is Chris Evans.
Okay. Kieran, who do you got?
All right, so these guys I casted for my awesome movie. So I did Karth as David Schwimmer because Karth is the whiniest character, and David Schwimmer is really awesome at being whiny and sounding like he's
I can dig
cry
that.
at all
I can dig
times.
that. Yeah.
Like, can you imagine Karth being like, I don't want to talk about my problems right now. And then, like, 2 minutes later, he's like, you didn't ask me about my problems. I think David Schwimmer would run with that. I got Ron Perlman as Candace. So that's awesome. Let's see. I got Anya Taylor-Joy as Juhani. She played Magic in New Mutants, which I really enjoyed her performance. Mm-hmm. So I think she could run with that. Cal Nord, I picked Josh Brolin because I was thinking about short actors who are awesome and could be a bounty hunter, and Brolin's short. Mm-hmm. For Zalbar, I casted Zach Galifianakis because you wouldn't need a costume.
Oh my god!
And HK-47 is Steve Carell because I love his voice acting. I think when he does voice acting, he actually is really way more diverse than he is as an actual actor. And I think it would be funny to like approach the like killing humans like ridiculous thing like with a comedic type of way. So I don't know. My big 3, I think I'm down to. Mm-hmm. Bastila is Ava Green because I really like her. I enjoy her work.
I'm sensing an undertone in the way you say that.
Yeah. Wow. It's
Tommy is
it's a good
dying.
thing you can't see my lack of pants when I talk about Ava Green.
Somebody call 191 for Tommy.
And what do I got here? Where's my Malik? Oh, Malik is Bryan Cranston. Because I've talked about this on my podcast a few times. I think they should just do a Breaking Bad Star Wars show and just do the whole thing in Star Wars universe because I love Breaking Bad.
So instead of meth, we're doing death sticks?
Spice.
Death Sticks and Spice.
Spice.
Yeah. Just Death Sticks.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Death Sticks. Either way, I think he's awesome and he's a great actor.
And the lead?
For Revan, I tried to think of an actor who could be really like a really good, sympathetic good character and a really evil character and switch back and forth. And so I came up with James McAvoy.
Interesting. Interesting.
He obviously has depth if you've seen, the one movie where he plays like 50 parts.
I find Split. Yeah, that's great. All right, I'll give the rest of my list then, and Tommy can follow. Darth Bandon for me was Dave Bautista, some big dude who could provide some physicality and is supposed to be in a semi-important role in terms of his title, but we don't see much of him. Cal Nord for me is Carl Urban, which is kind of funny because Frank in the chat has Carl Urban as Revan. Zalbar for me is Jonas Suotamo. Got to get him some work. Mission Veo for me. I would have liked to not cast her, but I put Kat Dennings in the role. Juhani is Karen Gillan. Jolie is Sterling K. Brown. HK-47 for me is Christopher Tabori. I think that's how you spell his say his last name. It's the actual voice actor for HK-47. I don't think he needs to be replaced.
No,
I know who you're thinking.
I was thinking of Candace.
Yeah. Speaking of Candace, I have John Bernthal in the role. My Karth is Chris Pine. My Bastila is Odette Annabelle. My Malik is Tom Hardy because I figured if he can do Bane, he can do Malik.
So we're going to ruin another character?
And my number 1, which is obviously Revan, the lead, and I find this interesting considering who Kieran had. I went with Michael Fassbender. So
I actually made a rule for my list. I forgot to say this. My rule was not to cast Tom Hardy, Michael Fassbender, Keanu Reeves, or there was one more. Just the ones that are always in everyone's like fake fanfic.
It was Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh yeah. It was
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do Keanu Reeves. That thing's everywhere. Him and Mark Strong. But I really do think Fassbender or even McAvoy could pull off the role of Revan pretty good. So, Tommy, what do you got, Ben?
Okay, looking back towards the bottom. Darth Bandon, I put Freddie Highmore. Kalo Nor. Okay, so this is
Kalo Nor, you mean?
But I'm reading from the bottom.
in his version. It's called Kalo Nor.
Kalo Nor, Tom Felton. It started as a joke, but why the hell not? Zalbar, Anthony Mackie, Mission Veo, Millie Bobby Brown, and I'm going to provide a little bit of exposition on that. Millie Bobby Brown played 11 in the Netflix original Stranger Things. If you've never seen Stranger Things,
are we doing like a teenage version of the cast?
Stranger Things.
She's like 16.
He's doing the scholastic version.
I feel like we're doing like the teenage
She's the
version of these
perfect
characters.
fucking age for Mission. She is.
In
That's
general,
the
your cast feels young.
That's the perfect age. Well, my cast gets a little older. Juhani, Sasha Lane, Jolie, Mario Van Peebles, HK47. It started as a joke. I can't believe Sean put the OG voice actor. It started as a joke, Will Ferrell, because I think HK is the funniest fucking character in the whole game. Why the hell? Why the hell not? Candaris Gerard Butler, because when I think of Candaris Ordo, I think of what I wanted to see if King Leonidas lived.
Frank Riker says Millie ruined Godzilla, so hell no.
What if King Leonidas lived? Let's bring in Gerard Butler. Karth, Ezra Miller, Fantastic Beasts, Perso, Wildfire, blah 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 blah. Malik, again, it started as a joke, but why not Daniel Radcliffe? And Revan, this choice is going to get shit on real big. I had a hard time getting away from Keanu Reeves, but I did. This one may be better, it may be worse. Chris Hemsworth.
So we got Harry Potter versus Thor. All right.
Yeah.
I like. We're trying to convince them that our movie will be this. Every single one. He's like, it started off as a joke.
That was a couple of them.
My list actually started off as a joke, and then I just kept it.
I feel like Tommy just did like the Gotham version of Knights of the Old Republic, like where everyone's like 20 years before the story.
Is Mario Van Peebles even alive?
Actors real well, so I went with what I could figure out. I ran with it, and I gotta tell you, the two I'm the most quote unquote proud of, that I like the most on this list, are definitely my Mission Vale actress, because I love Stranger Things, and like I said, Candaris.
You might
Gerard
be able
Butler,
to actually
what if
afford
King
Van
Leonidas
Peebles.
live? Let's have that be Candaris, the Mandalorian. Yeah.
All right, Thaden, you're up, man.
All right, I'll go through this quickly, and you'll start to notice a problem when I couldn't think of anybody. So, Revan, I'm going to start from the top, because otherwise the joke doesn't make sense. I just went with Keanu Reeves. I couldn't think of anyone, and I think it would be cool to see a crazy action Keanu Reeves Revan. So, yeah. And he looks enough like him. Malik, I wrote, literally just put a potato on top of a mannequin. Bastila, this will make sense soon. I put Benedict Cumberbatch. Karth, I tried to think of the whiniest actor I could think of. So I put a young Mark Hamill. Candaris, I put Arnold because that would be fucking great. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Jolie, this one's real. Keith David, I think he actually, in Community, he plays a guy who is a lot like Jolie Bindo. So that's the last real one. Juhani, I put my aunt's cat. Here's where the Benedict Cumberbatch thing will start to make more sense. Mission, I put Bumbletick Mumbletorch. Zalbar is Wookie Bitch Snorkel Statch.
Oh my god.
Halonord is Jumble Thump Skringle Smash. Darth Bandon is Bandon Dick Scumber Thatch. Saul Careth is... Saul Careth is Thimble Dick Cankle Scratch.
Oh my god.
Davik Hang is Bendavik Scranger Porch. Master Vrook is Pickle Slip Thumple Scatch. Master Vandar, I just put Yoda. And Master Dorak, I put Bramber Stump Cranston Sack.
I'm glad you got the extra council in there.
Can we just, can we just take a moment to just...
Wow.
Can we just agree that Thaden's list wins and move on?
Yeah, I think he fucking won.
That's a win right there.
Oh my god.
That is gonna be the longest poster in the history of cinema.
I'm fucking crying. Holy shit.
It's gonna be like this tiny picture, and then the rest is just words.
You're gonna need one of
There's
these.
there's only one face for it. Though.
You're gonna need the actual theater screen to put the poster up to fit all the names.
All right, Johnny. So give
That'll
your
be
list
great.
quickly, but once you're done your list, get right into where your movie starts and ends. But hopefully you have it brief.
Okay, I finished my list, except I realized I skipped Darth Bandon. That's Jason Statham.
Oh, okay. So then we're done everybody's list, and so where's your movie starts? Where do your movie start and finish?
Well, it starts on the Endar Spire because where the story starts. First part ends after Kashyyyk.
That's so the Bandon fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You pick up on Manon, and then you go to right when Bastila turns. That's
You
the
don't
end of the
actually
sec-
have a.
No,
have
I
these-
did, but I
okay.
couldn't. I don't have my phone in front of me.
All right.
I can't remember the exact plan. When Bastila turns, so that's your cliffhanger. You know, Bastila's evil now, and then your third part is everything else.
All righty then. Thaden, how about you, man? How do your movies break down? I'm almost afraid to
So,
ask.
no, this is real.
Okay.
The actors aren't, though. So, I'd
Yeah, don't
start
say.
where it starts, and then have it go to after, what's the planet? Dantooine. And just because I feel like that would cover a lot of time. I don't know. I couldn't think of, like, good stopping points, really. But, yeah, you got some there, Johnny. But, yeah, so then I would have a movie that's more like the middle movie in a lot of movies, or in a lot of trilogies. It would be, like, going to Manon and Kashyyyk and those planets. And I would want to end probably with Korriban, or that's not where that happens, is it? Probably with where you find out the big twist that
Yeah.
you're Revan. I think you have one more planet after that. And then the next movie would go from, if there is one more planet, I'm not remembering properly, Korriban to the end of...
At the very least, you have
The planet with the ones.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raxus Prime.
yeah.
Which
It's
lasts a
Raxus
lot
Prime,
longer than
Or
I
Rakata
remember.
Prime. That's
Rakata
it.
Prime. Yeah.
It's Rakata, yeah. Raxus is a garbage planet.
Yeah.
Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
Okay, close enough.
Yeah, that was a real one, though.
And Tommy, how about you? Where do your movies start and end at?
I was split on the Endar Spire, to tell you the real truth, because it is the tutorial. Could you set that up with a crawl? Could
It's
you
still
make it?
important when you wake up.
I don't know.
Anyway.
It ends on Dantooine regardless, after Dantooine. And, you know, the second film picks up as you're leaving, and it ends, I guess, towards the end, you get a star map. I think Kalo Nord comes, and then the following star map, you have Darth Bandit. So we'll have that first interaction. I think it's Kalo Nord's. Then you pick up with the next planet, and move on, and blah 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 blah, and then it just moves all into the end game. So I had a hard time doing this because the planets basically respect the order you go in, right? Like you can fight Darth Bandit
On multiple planets.
There's
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
There's no true order.
Yeah. So
Alrighty. Kieran, how about you, man? How does yours break down?
I might cut Endar Spire out of mine as well.
Yeah.
I think that basically like it would be cool to pick up on, you know how a lot of Star Wars movies, I like when they start with like a ship or an escape pod or something.
So like the Endar Spire?
No, but the way I see it,
I think you literally just described the Endar Spire. Like, I like a Star Wars movie that starts with the ship and the escape pod.
I feel like I know where you're going.
I'm just
now.
waiting for Kieran to jump the table
Spire.
and start beating Joey.
there's a hammer back there. You see, right?
That's for Death Watch.
It's going to be called, it's Watch Death this week.
Right.
I like. It's not something I need to do, but I would like to see the escape pod kind of crash, and then possibly have just have them wake up on the planet.
So you're starting with the Endar Spire escape pod. Still counts.
Do it. Get the hammer.
I had a hard time with this too, but yeah, I think I would end my movie on the Dantooine, my first on the Dantooine Council, and I might throw something in the story that makes the character in doubt, like maybe, you know, everything's going good and you're starting to realize the character is on the light side of the Force, and then maybe have something that tips you off to maybe he's in between after the council, or maybe he doesn't agree with something the council says, and then you kind of end it on a cliff there. And my second movie would be like all, you know, like the middle Star Wars movie is usually more about the bad guys and stuff like that, or more the bad guys win.
I'd say the good movie, but unfortunately that's only true in one of 3 trilogies.
You know, how many movies do you like? Like 4?
I'm sorry, you're saying that's better than 3?
You like 4 of the movies, or?
No, it's not better than 3.
Okay, it's better than 1,
okay.
but it's not better than 3.
I would have the movie end with Revan like totally evil, and then I would make sure to pick him back up to the light
But you're
side.
actually turning Revan in yours?
He's going off script.
He would. Well,
Well, I mean, not
you can go whatever way you
allowed.
want.
He said, "Fuck you, Kathy."
You can go whatever way
Doing
you
it
want.
my way.
So here's
I
the
don't
question: Are we killing companions along the way? Is that what we're doing here?
Oh, if that's the case, mission's
No,
dead
he
in the
would
first
be
movie.
he would be leading them places that they might not want to go, and they might be like, "Hey, like."
Well, I was
this
more
is-
referring to
Mission
like
would
the-
just die. It would like show
No,
a
I
big
wouldn't.
thing in text. It's Mission died on her way to.
Sage would just cut her straight out of the
I like
story.
Mission.
I like Mission too.
I actually don't have a problem with Mission at all.
I just know he hates
I have
it.
a problem with Karth. One of the funny things about doing this whole casting thing is I feel like a lot of the characters, the voices are trying to be a certain voice anyways. Like, who's the guy from 2.5 Men? Charlie Sheen. I feel like the Karth actor is just trying to be Charlie Sheen.
That's entirely Raphael Sparge's voice. Like that's his
Is it?
legit. Yes, that is his 100% voice.
My
Okay.
condolences to that guy.
I hope he partied less hard.
Actually, he's Jiminy Cricket in Once Upon a Time. Just saying,
Never mind. Congratulations.
that's his thing.
And,
Anyways,
and where'd he end at?
It ends where the game ends,
Alrighty.
and he's back on the light side.
Alrighty. Tommy, did you do yours yet or no?
Yeah, I already gave
All right, so it's
mine.
just
I
me.
will
All right.
just
It was just a
add-
joke, though.
Oh, you're gonna
That's a
add. You think you get to add?
Sequel.
You know what you can
Yeah,
do, right?
I don't think you really need the ending.
What?
The ceremony.
Oh, that's
yeah.
one ending anyway.
It's a Star
I
Um,
don't think you really
You
need
end
it.
with the
I don't think you
ceremony.
really
Isn't that how
need it.
they always end?
I'm good without that too.
So my first movie starts in a place where none of your guys' movies started. I would start right with the
Earth.
action, and like you literally pick up with Revan against Bastila and the other Jedi Knights, and Malik firing on Revan. That's where I'd start. I'd start action packed right away, and then you get to the Endar Spire stuff. So like, yeah, diehard Knights of the Old Republic fans are gonna know, oh hey, well that's obviously Revan, but there's gonna be more people that don't know that's Revan than people that do. As much as I love KOTOR, that's just factually the way it would be. So yeah, it starts there, and it would end with Bastila and Revan as an unknown character at that point, you know, whatever made up name, going up against Darth Bandon on Manon. I just think having Manon in a movie and a lightsaber battle that somehow ends up in the ocean or something would be fantastic. Maybe he gets eaten by like maybe he's not killed, but he falls in, gets eaten by the big shark thing.
Yeah.
That would be badass.
That's why I chose to start the second one there, right? Get that big set piece.
Yeah. Movie 2 for me starts with the gang searching for the star map. So like in movie 1, my Dantooine would be like really short. There'd be time jumps. Movie 2 is the star maps, and obviously ends with the Revan reveal and Bastila being kidnapped. And movie 3 for me starts with what's left of the gang on Korriban, and then would eventually end with Malak dying. And instead of ending at the ceremony, we'd get a little bit of a time jump, which is basically the beginning of the Revan book, where Revan leaves a pregnant Bastila and goes and takes off into unknown space.
I got stuff to do.
Setting up for another trilogy.
That book's amazing.
Thaden, have you done yours? I can't remember.
I just finished it again, like on the weekend or something. It was.
Did we all do our
the list? Yeah, no, I did that.
We did. Okay, so let's go around the table and vote who has the best. I'll go first. I want to pick Thaden so bad because I fucking died. But if I'm going in terms of creativity, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm going with Johnny.
You know how many names I had to make up?
I know, but I had to go with, the real names. You put more work into the fake names than the real names.
If you just spent as much time as you did coming out with fake names, you would have found real names.
Yeah, but
Johnny?
I wouldn't have known them. It's less fun.
I mean, I'm kind of limited, because let's be honest, there's really only 2 of us that actually had fully thought out proper lists. I mean, no offense, Tommy, but some of yours were just. I didn't know like a quarter of them.
I'm not doing this.
I know it's because I didn't know a quarter of them, right? Like if I knew I had to Google Mario Van Peebles. I don't know who that is.
He's the star of quite a lot of games.
He's actually in another movie called Solo.
I guess I'll just go fuck myself.
So I mean, I guess I kind of have to vote for Sage because it's well thought out.
Oh wow, hell is freezing over.
It is
You
a
voted
little
for me.
bit.
I voted for you.
Mostly because Thaden and Kieran both crapped on it. They didn't. They punted. And that's fine. We're all gonna do that eventually on something or other. And Tommy's, I just didn't know enough people to make an informed decision. And yours, I knew everybody, so. They all made sense. There was no glaring,
Kieran, who's getting your vote, man?
Yeah, I vote for Sean.
Oh! I'm actually surprised. I thought it was
you definitely, I think you put the most thought into it.
Well, I'm offended by that.
Of course
I think Johnny did his while he was in the can before the show.
It's not entirely inaccurate.
Wait,
Wow.
It's not?
There might have been some bathroom Googling. I mean,
I take back my vote.
You're sitting there. What else are you going to do with your time? Otherwise, it's just wasted. You take your phone. It's not wasted time.
Thaden, who gets your vote, man?
I didn't know as many people in yours, Sean. So I'm going with Johnny.
Oh my
Also,
God.
he has Jeff Goldblum, and I like Jeff Goldblum a lot. So I suggested that.
That's basically the number one reason he got my vote is Goldblum. I was just like,
Yeah, I like
when he
that.
said it, I'm like, fuck, why didn't I cast
really
Goldblum?
good.
Yeah, you know who came up with that though, right?
Yeah, it's true. I said that
You
outside,
shouldn't
but
get points for that.
I didn't say specifically as I don't even remember who it was. Was it Saul?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Tommy, what happens here? Who gets your vote?
He's going to vote for like Thaden or Kieran just to be like, fuck you, nobody wins.
No, you don't get to play Switzerland. You got to vote for someone. We need to move on to the Death Watch, Mister. I'll go fuck
All right.
myself.
I'll take it. You know, you
then
should give
I'll
it to me.
vote. All right. I'll vote for Thaden because fuck you guys.
High five.
Well, that leaves voting at 2 for me, 2 for Johnny, 1 for Thaden, 0 for Tommy, and 0 for Kieran.
Do I get any votes if I change my Revan to Richard Gere?
You can't cast yourself.
I guess we're gonna go make a Knights of the
That
Old Republic
wasn't
movie. Or we'll see how Haddonfield Advantage turns out. Maybe we can raise a budget 10 times that and go make a Star Wars fan film. A good one, anyway. Oop, how'd that happen?
I'll go get Pickles, Slip, Crangle Snatch. I know where he lives.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's time. It's that time again. It's time for where isn't it? Why isn't it on my list? It's time for the Death Watch.
I claim this sword and my rightful place as leader of Deathwatch.
All right, in this week's Death Watch, the way it works is the rules have fucking changed. So fuck y'all who are competing. The way it works now, going forward, to switch up the game and add a little bit of strategy to it, is everybody still gets 3 questions. You still get to pick a category. Obviously, you're picking at complete random, and I have a number written down on this piece of paper over here, which Kieran, in fact, cannot see because I have it hidden under another piece of paper. What happens is you can now ask for multiple choice, which you'll be presented with 4 options. If you use multiple choice, though, you will only get 1 point instead of 2. You can also only use multiple choice twice in a game and not during overtime questions. So the game has changed. Who won last week, by the way?
I don't know.
Kieran, clearly.
We gotta.
Who's doing the questions this week? Who did the questions last week?
You're doing one.
There's your answer.
You're doing the question. No, it's me
I'm
and Sean.
answering the question. I'm not prepared to ask questions. What are you doing?
Why are you on your phone right now, Johnny? You're not.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
haven't started the show yet.
All right, everybody put their phones down. We're all in the room.
We haven't even picked
I've got the Death Watch.
I mean,
phone.
unless the answer
It's on a
is
timer, so he can't see anything. Timer,
You can't
look at that.
recast now, Johnny. Put it down.
This
Richard
isn't
Gere's
solo.
already taken.
All right, so Kieran, pick a number between 1 and 10, good sir.
2.
Johnny, pick a number between 1 and 10.
5.
No. Tommy.
7.
No. Kieran.
10.
No. Johnny.
9.
No. Tommy.
4.
No. Kieran.
1.
Yep, Kieran's up. Now pick a number between 1 and 3.
3.
Alrighty. Sorry, let me mark this down.
Quit cheating, Garen.
Johnny, pick a number between, I guess, 1 or 2.
1.
I don't know these numbers, so I can't.
I got, which leaves Tommy with 2, right? 2?
Well, it's not 1 and it's not 3, so I guess
just
that
wanna
leaves
make
him
sure
with
I have
2.
that right. Alrighty, so Kieran, you get to choose if you go first, second, or third.
I'll go first.
Alrighty, so Kieran, in the category of Star Wars video games,
What about the rest of us?
you'll find out your category when it's your question. Dun 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 dun. Alrighty.
I've got the questions. Sean, do you have a timer?
Yes, I do.
He does.
Okay. Let's get down to the video game ones. Okay. So, almost read the name. So,
Is that worth 2 or 1?
That'd be worth 0.
all right. I served at the Battle of Scarif, and because I survived, I was brought into a new elite squadron. I would appear in a book first, and then a game. I was killed by a former friend I once served with shortly after an encounter with Kylo Ren.
Repeat.
I served at the Battle of Scarif, and because I survived, I was brought into a new elite squadron. I would appear in a book first, and then a game. I was killed by a former friend I once served with shortly after an encounter with Kylo Ren.
Can I get multiple choice?
All right, you will have to answer as soon as he's done giving them to you.
Okay.
So go quick. The choices are Del Mico, Tordo Calican, Toradoza, or Iden Versio.
Iden Versio.
No. Del Mico.
I thought I was going to jog my
in
memory on the
Imperial
name,
Squad
but none of those names were familiar.
Battlefront 2. A game. a lot of people didn't play this
Johnny,
area.
would you like to go second or third?
I'm going to go last.
Alrighty. which means Tommy's going second in the category of Star Wars movies.
Fuck.
I'll get the timer.
Alrighty. Are you ready, Tommy B?
No.
Okay.
Too bad.
Here we go.
Stupid question.
I appeared in 3 Star Wars movies. I wouldn't leave my post. I died in A New Hope.
Repeat the question, please.
Alrighty, you only have 10 seconds after this. I appeared in 3 Star Wars movies. I would not leave my post. I died in A New Hope.
Five.
Bail Organa?
That is incorrect. We were looking for one Tarkin.
I also thought it was Bale.
That was a good one. I thought Bale too. Yeah.
You had the answers earlier. How did you
I
think?
didn't. Well, you gave me the names. I forgot the names.
Oh boy.
I'm having fun.
Alrighty. Johnny, good luck.
I hate you all. I'm just saying.
books.
If there's a Scholastic in this, I'm shoving my foot up your ass.
I didn't, but I was gonna Google Scholastic books and find something. Okay, so I was born on Jakku, but I would rise to a place of power in the Empire. Although my job was important, nobody would know of it until we had lost. I died under the sand of my planet in the greatest battle it had likely seen.
He's so fucked.
Repeat the question.
I was born on Jakku, but I would rise to a place of power in the Empire. Although my job was important, nobody would know of it until we had lost. I died under the sands of my planet in the greatest battle the planet had likely seen.
I just realized I don't have the timer up.
How dare you?
So I get one time down.
4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Okay. So, Ray Sloan, Gallius Rax, Brendal Hux, or Grand Moff Kilrin?
Gallius.
Yes. It's Gallius Rax.
1 point on a guess from Johnny.
Take it. I'm leading the game now.
Yeah,
Can
strategy.
you re-clarify the rules about multiple
So,
choice? Do we get that once in
You
a game?
get it
or-
twice. You get it twice, but it's only worth 1 point and not 2.
Okay.
So Johnny has used up one of his. Actually,
Everybody's used up
You've
one.
all used up one.
Did Johnny? Did
I didn't
Tommy
use
use his?
mine.
Tommy didn't use his.
Oh,
Nope.
sorry.
Me
Yeah,
and Johnny
Tommy
did.
didn't.
For some reason, I heard that we only get it once.
Oh, you
I don't
still
know what I
got
heard.
2 now, and me and
You
Johnny
got
only have
2
one,
to
so-
lean on. Yeah,
Yeah, you can
look
use
at
it
that.
both times.
You're in the advantage. You're in the driver's seat, kind of. Alrighty, even though Johnny's leading. Kieran's up. Round 2,
Fight.
which is after 1 but before 3.
Okay, so I led my team until I saw we were on the wrong side. Only one other turned with me, but we saved many others from cinders when we turned. The shot that killed me only did so minutes later and only seconds before the destruction of Starkiller Base.
Repeat.
I led my team until I saw we were on the wrong side. Only one other turned with me, and we saved many more from cinders when we turned. The shot that killed me only did so minutes later, and only seconds before the destruction of Starkiller Base.
Five seconds. 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
That's 2 out of 2. So the options are Shriv Shurgov, Iden Versio, Tam Rivora, or Commander Pyre.
Pyre.
Nope. It was Iden Versio.
Have you even played Battlefront?
No.
Yeah,
I played the game a lot. I didn't play the story.
Oh.
I heard it wasn't that
Gotta
great,
play
and
the
then
story.
I wasn't interested in it.
Even I played the story.
I don't know. I heard it wasn't that great,
I'm
and
the
then
one who
I
told
didn't
you it's
play
not
it.
that
It's great.
Oh,
It's
actually,
great.
yeah,
This.
you did that.
I also had Sean forge the numbers so you'd get this.
You son of a bitch.
The story is good. Alrighty, Tommy. Question number 2. Here we go. I appeared in 6 Star Wars cinematic movies. At one point, I was a mentor character. I died 34 years after the Battle of Yavin.
I'll take the multiple choice.
Okay. Interesting strategy, but okay. Your options are somewhere here. Did I write them down or did I?
Your
Bear with
options
me.
will be available momentarily.
Your options are Benedict Cumberbatch.
I guess he's getting the free time from repeat then.
Right. I got them somewhere here. I think I was totally writing them down during an earlier thing.
Time is up. Tommy, you lose.
Game
How
over.
fucking mixed up.
Yeah, I don't get what the hell I did with them.
Well, you know the answer. Make one up.
Well, no, because then
It's
it'll,
hard.
it'll look terrible.
Yeah, because you just think
I
about
got
people
them.
who are way
Yeah.
off. and
Yeah,
it's
right.
not, yeah.
I got them. All right. So, is it Luke Skywalker? Is it Leia Organa? Is it Han Solo? Or is it Darth Vader?
Quick answer on the multiple choice.
Yep. 3, 2, 1.
It's not Luke Skywalker, but we'll say Luke Skywalker.
You're right. It's not Luke Skywalker.
I missed the choices. I was trying to run them through my head.
Is it Han?
It is Han. There we go. Alrighty.
I was thinking Max von Sydow, whose character name I can never remember.
Johnny, your second question. And believe it or not,
I can win if I don't multiple choice.
Johnny can win if he doesn't multiple choice.
It's literature, so that's not likely to happen.
It's not.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
All right. So, I was born on the planet I died on, and I never once left. My sister wore armor crafted from the hull of a ship that belonged to Palpatine, and my sister killed me after our people battled on Parnassus.
I don't know his name.
That is rough.
I mean, I know who it is because it's kind of obvious who the sister is, but I don't know his name. And I don't think multiple choice is going to help me because it's going to be like freaking ridiculous choices that all sound the same.
3.
And I can't actually
2,
remember her real name, so I'm
1.
not going to waste my multiple choice here. I'm not just not going
Time's
to
up.
guess. It's Phasma's brother. What his name is, I have
Phasma's
no
brother.
idea.
Keldo.
All right. Well, time's up.
Would the multiple choice have been in any way solvable, or was it just all random crap?
Well, Captain Phasma was the first one. They couldn't hear any.
Not her.
Captain Cardinal, Arc-X, and Keldo.
Damn, I probably would have actually picked Keldo because that's the only one that.
2 of those were actually
Yeah.
the same person.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
just
well, I still
different
got my
names.
multiple choice, so I'm good.
All right, Kieran.
That's true.
Question number 3. You need to
I
score.
mean, I may not even have to answer.
You need to score a point to tie, and you don't have a multiple choice, which means if you do,
Wait, Johnny's got 2?
I still have my multiple choice because I used it in one and,
and not
saved
the
it.
second
No,
one,
but you. How many
I have 1
points
point.
do you have?
I have
is
1 point.
ones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So if you could take the lead here potentially.
Probably not if it's Battlefront 2 again. Son of a bitch.
Look at Thaden's face.
If you guys don't know, I call Thaden son of a bitch all the time because we share the same mother, so it's kind of funny.
He's terrible. We're both terrible.
But I mean, that means you are too, so...
Yeah, that's a joke.
I
Smart one you are.
I got to give Frank a nod in the chat. How the hell do people who makes Star Wars come up with the names.
I
Darth
don't know.
Puke and Miley Cyrus and those shit kind of names.
Oh yeah, no,
It's
they're always
impressive.
like, oh, what?
Though
It's Canto Fenris, and you're
sometimes,
like, oh, okay.
sometimes you notice it's just one letter off of a normal name, but it really sounds sci-fi. I can't think of one, but that happens in a lot of books. Anyways, so third
Yep. Here we go.
question from the video games. I have said there must always be one like me. I was a master of heroes and villains of the Old Republic. I was killed by a wound in my body, inflicted by a wound in the Force.
Repeat.
I have said there must always be one like me. I was a master of heroes and villains of the Old Republic. I was killed by a wound in my body, inflicted by a wound in the Force.
I'm gonna need the.
I'm really hoping you're keeping
I
time
can't
in
get
your head.
multiple choice on this, right?
Yeah, you already used yours. He's holding his phone. I thought he was doing
No.
time.
He
5,
didn't.
4.
It's a lot more than 10
Mitra
seconds.
Surik.
No.
Is it
From
is
the
it
game,
Kreia?
From that game, though, right?
Kreia.
It's Kreia. Okay.
Yeah.
I zoned out there.
I was going to do all of them
That's why
from
I'm sitting there. I'm
Battlefront, but
thinking
then I was
like,
like,
I'm running.
I know
I'm running the
that.
clock. It's like,
I
man, that
knew
clock's
what
not
game
running.
it was from, and then I was like, "Wait, what happens?" And like I just explained earlier, I have played that game. But
All right.
not
Well,
for a long
this
time.
could be the game. Tommy, who has one multiple choice left, could tie or take the lead, or Johnny could, in fact, win without even having his third question.
Win by attrition.
Here we go. I appeared in 8 Star Wars movies. I was a leader of many. I died 35 years after the Battle of Yavin. Thaden, you got time?
yes. 10 seconds left.
Repeat the question.
I appeared in 8 Star Wars cinematic movies. I was a leader of many. I died 35 years after the Battle of Yavin.
Five, 4,
You have a multiple
3.
choice.
2, 1.
Leia Organa.
No, he got it. He absolutely nailed it without multiple choice, and we have a new leader. Wow. You guys don't want the overtime questions. I'm just
did.
letting you know that.
What's the eighth? I have 7. What's the eighth?
Rogue One.
Rogue One.
If that's...
1,
Oh, I forgot about Rogue,
Rogue
One.
One,
Yeah,
4,
yeah,
5,
okay.
6, 7, 8,
Yeah.
9, and episode
3.
3.
Yeah.
You did a good job with those.
I forgot
Appeared
about
in
the Rogue
however
One
many
sequence.
movies.
Yeah.
But 2 of them were cameos.
I forgot about the age down sequence in Rogue One. I remembered 3
I like
because I
those
thought that was the trip up, and I'm like, 8. I got 7. Who's 8?
Wow.
Because Luke's the same number, and it's like, who's the
Yeah.
8th? And I'm thinking, who's in Rogue One? And I couldn't remember any. I'm thinking, is he's gonna say like Leia's on the Tantive 4? That counts. But then I forgot
does.
about the actual sequence where, yeah, okay.
That actually is it, yeah. All right. So, Sean, get the timer ready.
I have the timer ready.
Okay. Oh, crap. It scrolled back down 1 sec. Okay. I had an eidetic memory, which never let me forget my pain. In my final position, I had served under Iden Versio in the Empire. I chose to die, impaling myself on a vibroblade for the Empire. You do still have multiple choice.
I'm aware.
That time going?
5 seconds.
Okay.
Repeat the question.
Okay. I had an eidetic memory which never let me forget my pain. In my final position, I had served under Iden Versio in the Empire. I chose to die, impaling myself on a vibroblade for the Empire.
I've never read their book.
That's right. You haven't.
5 seconds.
Multiple choice.
All right. Here we go. The options are Garrick Versio, Gideon Hask, Hass Obbit, or Sane Marana?
It's one of the last two. I'm going to go C.
Like the
third option. Yeah.
That is wrong. It was the fourth one.
Well, I had a coin flip.
And
I hate you.
Your winner
So much.
somehow in this game of Star Wars might, in this game of Star Wars deaths, is none other than Tommy B himself, which means next week on this very show,
I'm going to find a way to kill you with questions.
it'll be
Make your life hell.
it will be Johnny and Kieran as the quiz masters.
I'm going to read every Marvel comic from the 70s just to prep for this.
Let's just
Get him, not me.
Oh, I'm going to get whoever.
Get this straight. I got out of having to make questions for a week.
Correct.
Oh, this is fucking
I'm going to
fantastic.
pick random characters that get
Hey,
killed in games. That
I
you've
didn't
never
use
heard the name
Scholastic
of.
books.
Oh, I'm going to use everything. Kieran over there, he's going to do movies because that's the easy category. But literature and games, I'm going to make your lives hell.
I feel fairly confident in games.
Joke's on you. My life's already hell.
He's going to be like, in Star Wars Pod Racer. And you're gonna be like,
In Bombad Racing, on the third level on mode hard.
Your options are TK 529.
What is
Wait,
the name
there's a
of the
better one.
droid? I had two wheels.
The answer is Ponda Baba's arm.
Wow, that's
Star Wars Masters of Terras Kasi.
That's right.
oh
I gotta
god,
pick
what a
somebody from
horrible
Terras
game.
Kasi.
I like that game.
I remember renting that game from Blockbuster, being like, "Oh yeah," and then getting home
That
being
was a
like,
mistake.
"Ugh, there's a waste
What
of
a piece of
$7."
junk.
Yeah, right.
I love it, but it's crap.
I remember him being excited, like, Mara Jade, the video game, it's going to be great.
Except for it
Hey, what
wasn't
about
Mara
Horror,
Jade.
the
And
Tusken
then-
Raider?
Wow.
That's right,
Anyways,
Tusken Raiders, I'm going to Google their names. I'm going to find the name
Tusken
of the
Raider
Tusken
in
Raider.
Terrace
No.
Cassie's name is Whore.
Yes.
the
No, I'm
Tusken
going to find
Raider
a
in-
Tusken Raider from, like, episode 2.
The Tusken Raider in A New Hope that attacks Luke, that's his name. The thing he shouts, that's his name.
I'm going to make your lives hell.
the first episode here of Imperial Remnant Broadcast, live from the studio, minus Tommy B, who is the only one not in studio and somehow
He's in the
won.
remote studio.
Is in the books, ladies and gentlemen. It was a fun one. Kieran, Thaden, where can everybody find you fellas at?
In your basement.
It's true. And soon, smashing the knees of the people who lost Death Watch with that hammer.
Well, in
Also
that
on
case,
Rogue
you're getting a
Sons,
hammer
a
smashed
Star
next
Wars
week.
podcast.
Yeah, Rogue Sons, a Star Wars podcast. We have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram. Just look up Rogue Sons, a Star Wars podcast.
It's a good time.
Well, Tommy B, you somehow pulled that one out of your ass, man. Where can everybody find you at?
Yeah, it was pretty. That was interesting. I surprised myself. You catch me floating around our different social media groups and pages. Check out Fandom Empire Den, the official Facebook group for the channel. If you want to find me on other platforms besides Facebook, you catch me on Twitter and Instagram at TommyB1650.
Frank Riker, who's your top 10 Ewoks? That's not happening.
Logray's up
Oh,
there.
it's gonna happen. I gotta find Ewok is coming. Well, I'm not doing that category. so-
Chicken, burger, steak.
Toronto Freddy's like, all four of you are in the same place? Well, 4 of the 5 of us are, yes. You can see my... Where is it? Where is it? Ah!
It's terrifying.
Yeah, we're there, and then I'll lean back, and I'm in Johnny's shot, too. So, yeah, 4 of the 5 of us are here. We have more room in the studio now, so that's a plus. Johnny, where can everybody find you at other than watching your Green Bay Packers joke?
Against the Bucks.
Bite me. Okay. Well, I can accept that from Kieran because that's his club, that's his team. So I can deal with the shenanigans. But, you know, I mean, I have a football team. You have a football player. So, like, when Derrick Henry's legs fall off,
I have
then the
the
Titans. Yeah, and when Derrick Henry's legs fall off, that offense is dead.
Well, I mean, Tom Brady, at least, will still be playing at 57 winning games. So.
I bet your
Well, when
guys
you
didn't
only
even
have
get
to
a
throw
home
the
run.
ball- when you only have to throw the ball 2 feet, you can keep going.
Where can everybody find you at, man?
Here. On this channel, doing things.
In this basement.
Well, only on Tuesday nights, unless we're recording something else.
Yeah.
But
Lots of talk about people's packages tonight too. Interesting show.
none of you guys are getting to see my
Number
package.
one package.
My package involved pickles.
What?
Pickles in your package, huh?
Pickle slip,
Wow.
scrumble patch or something.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen,
order from Amazon.
you can check us out on Instagram, Fandom Empire Now, Camp Haddonfield Podcast, and Star Wars IRB. Do you guys got an Instagram account?
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh.
Okay. All right. You can check us out on Twitter at Fandom Empire Now and at SW Renegades, as well as at Star Wars IRB. Don't forget to check out the Patreon, www.patreon.com/FandomEmpire. You can also check out the Facebook group, which is the Fandom Empire Den, posting all sorts of shit on there each and every day. And last but not least, that's the wrong one. There we go. Haddonfield the Vanished Indiegogo campaign is coming towards its end. You guys have us at around 85% of the goal, which is just fantastic. Shooting begins next Wednesday, and then in a few weeks, we're going to take off for a weekend up north where there's no plumbing, little electricity, and it really feels like something out of Friday the 13th. So let's just pray we all survive it. You can catch us here next week, Tuesday night, talking more Star Wars, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get an exclusive stream of Kieran breaking Johnny's knees with a sledgehammer.
Why would
Until
Kieran be
next
breaking
time,
my knees?
I can't
We're
lift the
working
hammer.
together.
may the Force be with you.